Social media has made fashion really, really, really accessible to everyone now. And this has somehow built a false sense of capability because now a lot of people try to replicate these things without doing the work, in the sense that you see your favorite fashion influencers put on this and these pieces and they look fabulous, they look marvelous, and you think I could do that. But then you go into your closet and you try to put on the same thing that you try to put on or something similar, and you style it the exact same way it was styled by your favorite influencer. But when you look in the mirror, it's different. You look different. It doesn't look the same on you. And you're thinking, what the hell am I doing wrong? Well, what you're doing wrong is you have not mastered and you have not learned the things your favorite influencer has learned. That fashion creator that puts clothes together and style it for you to see does not tell you that personal style is not just about the clothes. A lot of the fashion creators that you see online have mastered the act of learning their proportions, learning their silhouettes, knowing what looks good on them, knowing the kind of colors that match their skin tone. They've learned the kind of clothing, the kind of pants, the kind of tops, the kind of accessories that sits well on their body. Now, you, on the other hand, with a different body structure, you need to do that same work. You cannot put on the kind of clothes that will look good on me. We do not have the same body, okay? Two people cannot always look good in the same kind of clothing. So, the color, the proportions, the structures, the tailoring that might look good on one person or that looks good on the fashion creator you're seeing on your screen might not look good on you. Learn about what works for you. That is the bottom line of fashion. You have to discover your personal style. You have to learn about your style. This is not something you discover all of a sudden. You just don't do it and get it once. You have to constantly learn. You have to be able to afford to look terrible. You have to take pictures that you would hate. You would practice. You would wear things that would look horrible on you. You would try things that you don't ever think you would try. You try things, you wear things, you experiment with your clothings. Because that is where a lot of people get fashion wrong. They just think, oh, because this person is wearing this and this, then if I put this and this together the same way they put it, then it's going to look good on me. Regardless of the differences in the body structure, regardless of the differences in the silhouette and the body frame and everything, you can't just jump into fashion like that. With fashion, it is not just about your clothes. When you step out looking fashionable, trust me, everything needs to be balanced out. Your body structure, your silhouette, the color combination, the clothes, that is everything put together in the right proportion to make a great outfit. It is not just about the clothes, never about the clothes alone. You can't just put two or three pieces together and expect them to look as great on you as it does on the fashion creator. The fact that you put the same pieces together and it doesn't look good on you does not mean there is anything wrong with your body. No, it just means you've not discovered your formula. And if I were you, I would start working towards that. I will start trying to experiment. I will start experimenting with my outfit. I will start putting things together. And you know what? Fashion is so fun. It does not have to be strict. You can try things out. Try things. Go on social media. There are so many fashion creators now because fashion being so accessible right now has its positive side. So go online, check for things, check for outfit, different type of style, clothing. Try things on, have fun, try different colors on until you are able to discover your own personal style. And you know what? With fashion, step out of your comfort zone a bit. Okay, if you are used to wearing fitted clothing, try oversized, try wide leg pants, try these things, experiment. If you're used to wearing classic shoes, heels, or flat shoes, try something else. Try sneakers, try boots, try sandals, try things, experimenting different fashion accessories and items. That is when you can learn what works best for you. And the moment you learn what works best for you, you tailor your taste accordingly. Put the things that you've learned that work for you, you try similar things. Try things that look the same. Try to merge one or two things that look good together. Try them on you. And when you do that, you find out you start to discover your style. And it's so much fun when you learn about your style. It's so much fun. Trust me. Take it from someone who has dressed terribly, who has looked horrible with clothes. One thing that is really, really so sweet about this whole thing is that fashion is accessible. Again, it is so much accessible. You can go on Pinterest to search for inspiration. Even though I don't really buy into the idea of trying to see things and trying to replicate the same things and trying it on you, you don't have the same body structure as the person you see on your screen. But Pinterest is good. Okay, when you go on Pinterest, search for inspirations. There are thousands of inspirations on Pinterest, millions in fact, where you can search, discover things, experiment things. But when you see these things, don't just jump into replicating what you've seen. Ask the right questions. What do I like about this piece? Is it the silhouette? Is it how big it looks on this person? Is it the color? Is it how this person managed to style these things together? Learn these things. It is not just about seeing it and trying to replicate it. You have to know what it is that you like about that particular outfit. And when you discover what it is you like, perhaps it's the silhouette, perhaps it's just the pants, or sometimes it could be the color. Now, once you discover that thing that you actually like, you try to do the same with you. You don't have to replicate it the exact same way the creator did, but you can now put it in your own way. Remember, all this after you've discovered your own personal style, after you've learned the things that works for you. It's a constant thing. Learning about things that look good on you is a constant thing when it comes to fashion. You have to constantly practice things. You have to constantly put things on to know. The bottom line of this is to discover your own personal style. You need to learn how to try things on, experiment things that you've seen, and not like copy and paste. When you see fashion creators, don't try to be like them. Check the kind of things that you can get from what they put on that you can replicate and incorporate into your personal style. That is how fashion works. That is how you learn to be fashionable. That is how you learn to be stylish. The person you see has done terrible jobs in the past. They've experimented, they've looked terrible, they've tried things on, they know their body structure, they know the kind of things that would look good on them. And you don't just get there by copying and pasting, you get there by experimenting, you get there by learning, by trying things. Okay, so remember, discover your style, try things, have fun, learn what works for you, and constantly build on that. Work with it. Because when you discover your style, you have a blueprint of how to put things together. You know what your body looks like. You've gotten really familiar with yourself. Then you can now put things on you to elevate your appearance. Then you can become expressive with your style. The goal is never to look like a fashion influencer. The goal is to be a blueprint. Discover your own fashion identity so that when you step out or when you create or when you post pictures of yourself looking good in the fly outfit, someone else would like to recreate what you've done. That is all I have for you today. See you in the next video and remember to stay chic.